So let me show you how to set up this elegant theme. The first thing, once you get the page builder activated, we're going to click here on the slider. You can see that it's set for 450 pixels. We're going to adjust that 300. You can adjust the delay here, how long between images, and if you want it to fade or slide, you can set the speed between each slide. I guess is the transition between it. The one up there with 8 is how long the slide actually shows. And then if you want to show these play pause buttons and the arrows and all these things can be set up. I really appreciate Jeff, one of our developers, taking the time to make the video for us so we can see how all these things can be done. In really less than 15 minutes, how you can set this whole theme up. So you can see there's 4 slides on here. You can click to edit a slide, and you can see it has a slide label, it has the size, and we just click there. We can switch out the image for another image. And you can see this text is over here on the left side. The heading is Discover. This luxury rooms of our apartment is this text down here. And you can change, font sizes or pretty much anything you want here. If we hit styling, we can adjust how that sits in the space a little bit. So there's several different options here with the way these things can be styled. We can adjust the margins on it and adjust it a little bit up or down and other information. There's a background color. You can see we've got it's actually black and we've got 70% opacity on this. So it gives it kind of somewhat of a gray look, and right there it just lightened up a little bit. So then there's the buttons over here on the side. If you click on that button, it's the call to action button. You can set a link for it. Here we can change the text, instead of view apartments in this area, to be view listings in this area. And again, you can change the background color of that. You can pick with a color picker. You can put the code in there. Just whatever works best for you. So if you push save, then these options will be saved. If you click, cancel, then they're not going to apply. You can change the font size and the padding or the spacing around there. So we're just going to cancel from that. Here's slide number 2. So we'll go back to this first slide and say, well, on the styling, we'll set the color back like it was. And then we're going to go edit slide 2, or we're going to delete slide 2. And slide 3 and slide 4, we'll delete all 4 of those slides. And when we click the duplicate slide icon here, then we'll change this to slide 2. And we'll go find another picture like this one. You pop it in there, and you can change some of this information. So we'll replicate it, and now we'll change this to slide 3, and then select another image that we want to use here. So changing these sliders will give it just a completely different look. So now we've gone from 4 images to 3. You can see that this is a row setting here. And so there's some options there as far as the width, if you want it to be full width or partial width or whatever you want to do. So we clicked here on the slider settings again. And you can see how all these options change. So in this next section, any of these you can hover over them and it gives you a link, and you can just click on it to be able to change the text. So if we click here where it says Laura, and we want to switch that to Jane, it's that easy. Then we hit save, then we click on the Smith part here. See if sometimes you have to wiggle your mouse around to get to it. And we'll call her Jane Angel. And you can see this different information here. This is kind of adjusted out to be a thumbnail, so we can't really see it. So let's set it to medium. And now it pops the image up correctly. If we make it full size, 500 by 500, then it fills that whole box. So that's really the size we want it to be. We can edit that and switch a picture. So we say, well, this, maybe that's an older picture of you. You filter here through the media library and find a nice picture. So let's see here a little lower. I think there's some nice pictures. Pick this one and push select photo. And you can see that it'll replace it right there. Just push save if that's what you want. Now we can click on these below and edit these texts if we want to change the phone number, or if we want to change this little text down here at the bottom. It says call me, I answer my phone. You could put something else there. You can even duplicate this if you push the duplicate button here with these two pieces together, and maybe add another piece of text. We can add in an email address, say, here. And let's see. You can see this is a little bit, this text is kind of too big as you look over here at the right side as this is being added in. It's a little bit too big, so we'll hit Style over here and scroll down where it says Custom Font Size. And just change that to something a little bit smaller so that it, it'll fit in here properly. And save that. And now you have that. So all these items are really easy to edit and to change. There's a spacer right there. As we scroll down here, we have this next section, this row. So let's click on that. You can see the row settings. There's an image in there that's the background on that row. So say we want to switch that out for another image. We find the image from our media library, and the page builder will adjust the sizes on it pretty accurately. We may need to say we want to change the title here for this featured community. Again, we just hover over it, select it, and modify that text however we want. Excuse me, there's text color, there's alignment issues, and now there's this, we can adjust some of these spacings on these and different things for different devices actually. So say you want to change that widget down there that's got an IDX Broker widget, you just click on that and it's going to pop up this screen. Now we'll have to open up IDX Broker and get the code for a different widget. So we have a different one. Let's click on that view code and copy that script, and then we can just take it over here to our page builder and paste it in here and save that. And now it's just showing Miami Beach properties. So of course these images, for some reason they displayed thumbnails, so we just need to adjust the sizing on those, but we can also switch those out for something else, maybe that's more harmonious with the rest of our website. We'll just set that to the medium setting, and you can adjust which size you want here. With this medium 300 by 199 works good on these. And we'll do the same thing over here. Adjust that to be a different piece there. Of course, that's big and it's only one size. We may need to upload a smaller size of that image, but that would work, but we'll get something a little smaller, something that has some smaller sizes there to make it load a little quicker. So this one, yep, it's got the medium one on it there, so let's pop that in. And then over here on the community information, we'll switch that image out also. So you scroll to find one that you like, and adjust it again to medium. So all those headers, the family and cultural attractions can be changed too. You can just click on one of those and change that if you want to. And if you like it, just leave it as it is. All that lorem ipsum can be switched. So down here we have this other featured community area. You can click or add something. We're going to add in another HTML section here and put in an IDX Broker script. So we got to open up IDX Broker. Again, we're going to click over here on the view code icon and copy this code, and then we'll just paste it here into this HTML widget. Save that, and this will show Hollywood properties, Hollywood, Florida. So we'll just change this title from Bay Harbor Islands to Hollywood, and then yep, so that's showing there. We'll change it so it's lowercase, and you may need to adjust these to all be upper or lowercase depending on the styling that you're using on your whole website. Again, you can see everything's editable. We're going to change the row settings here. Click on the wrench on the row. Let's change this image here. We'll click on replace, and let's switch to this palm tree image here, and we'll just put that in full size right there. And testimonials, again, you can click here. There's a testimonials setting, and we can change the heading of it to what people say about me, or what other folks think about our business or whatever. Then you can click on these testimonials. You click Edit Testimonial and just select in this case, you can just select the existing text that's here and just type in something else that your client has said nice about you. So in this case, it was great to have Jane selling my home. We'll click on this other edit testimonial. You can see this is showing up already here. And we'll just pull this lorem ipsum out here, and you can change the name, the content, basically to be anything you want. I sold my house in for much more than I imagined. And you can just put in here, Jane was awesome, and save that, and then save down at the bottom, and you have it. You can also replicate that if you want to add one or delete it really easily. You can switch the order they're in, so that you can, if you want one to show first and the other one, and then you just push done at the top and then publish changes, and that's actually going to publish the web page. And you can see that just with a few changes here, we changed some of the images. It gives it a whole different color, a little lighter color maybe than that original design we had there. And here's the images and the new name here on the left. Got those new IDX Broker widgets. And basically, just like that, in about 15 minutes, you have a completely new